Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is May 30th and this is just me checking in. So great news, I checked myself this morning, I checked my weight and it was 328.5 pounds. So meaning since May 3rd I have dropped 6.5 pounds so far. So not bad. I'm very pleased with that. I was very worried about getting on the scale because I was worried that I was going to either have very little weight loss or I was going to actually gain weight. But pretty happy with that. Yeah, very happy. So a couple things I want to talk about is I'm hoping I will have the first 10 pounds down by the end of this week. So I'm pretty close, pretty close. I probably need about 3.5 pounds left. So that is doable. So I'm hoping by next Sunday I can be able to achieve my goal of the first 10 pounds gone. So that's very exciting. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I've been trying to get a lot more sleep, 7 hours at least. Kind of hard to do with a 4-month-old though when he calls the shots and when he wakes up, but he's been pretty good getting to going to bed at a decent time and getting up at 5 or 6. So about 7 or 8 hours for him for sleep for him, which is nice. Water. Water has been a big thing that I've been trying to incorporate more into my diet. I've been drinking about 6 liters a day, and I think that's enough for me. So I know I've been told that there's a calculation you can do to figure that out. I just went online and found a calculator to weigh how much water you're supposed to drink by your weight, and it was about six liters. So that's what I've been trying to go for every day. Working out, trying to work out every day, and I go to my garage and I do some kettlebell workouts and some stuff with my dumbbells, which has been good. Just good to have like a little spot in near the house, so it's just one less hurdle to get across. So that's been nice, and going for walks with Ronan and my wife, which has been nice. So yeah, it's been good, and we have a track really close to our house, so we go out there for walks. So that's been awesome, and the eating side of things has been good. I've been trying to incorporate as much vegetables as I can. So for example, for breakfast, typically in the past I would have like 3 eggs and 2 pieces of toast. I've really changed that. I think that's one of the big things I've changed is instead of having toast and I would have a wrap with some scrambled eggs and some red peppers and some spinach. And I've been finding I've been really enjoying that. So that's been good. Now, what I'd like to talk about is kind of I made some rules for the Vulcan Lifts Challenge. So I kind of want to take a look at those for just a second here. All right, so I have decided to create some rules for myself that I'm going to have to follow during this challenge. So initially my plan was that for every 10 pounds that I would lose, I would add 100 points of Space Marines. Now the problem with that is that a lot of the Space Marine armies, a lot of the Space Marine units I should say, are more than 100 points, right? So for example, these eradicators that I have here are more than 100 points. So I'd have to lose 20 points, yeah. I'd have to lose 20 pounds to paint a squad of eradicators. And I really want to make this challenge fun for me too. And so what I decided was I was looking at the rulebook for Warhammer, and they have a system of play called the Crusade system, which is kind of like a match. It's kind of like a narrative, I suppose. And so how it works is you create an army using 50 power level, and power level is just another way that they determine how to create your army. And the typical army for a crusade is 50 power level. So I thought, 50 power level and 50 pounds I want to lose, interesting. So I decided that for every 5 pounds that I've lost, I'm going to add 5 power level to my crusade army. Okay? So that's my first part. 2, the weight has to be at or below 5 pounds. Meaning, let's say once I get to my 200 and 220 or 325 pounds, in order to get my next 5 power level, I have to be at 320 or below. All right. So if I'm at 320.5, for example, that doesn't count. So I need to be at my 5 pounds or below that. The next thing is weight will be checked every Sunday. And any unused power level will be kept. So for example, this initial 10, these guys are 7 power level, I believe. So I'll have 3 power level left over. And once I earn my next 5 power level, I can use that to, I can add them together basically. I'll put these guys away for now. Also in hobby news, I picked up the Salamanders Codex, and I have been reading through it. It's been a pretty good read, just learning about the lore of the salamanders more than anything. Haven't looked at the rules like entirely, like the stratagems and such. I haven't taken a look at that yet. I've just been looking at the lore, which has been fun. I also picked up some salamander upgrade kit here. And the upgrade kit comes with 2 sprues just like this. It comes with 3 Gravis shoulder pads, 1 for your sergeant and 2 for your other guys. It also comes with some shoulder pads for your power armored units. So like your intercessors, for example. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, 1 for your sergeant. A really cool head here with a little flame on the top. A little bit of fire iconography here, because salamanders love their fire. Some bear heads, a thunder hammer, a hand flamer, and some little trinkets like an anvil, and I can't remember what this is for, but it's for blacksmithing, to my understanding. I can't remember what it is. If somebody knows, just let me know. I can't remember what the actual word for it is. Anyway, it also comes with this decal sheet. And my biggest issue with this set is the transfer sheet, because it's kind of annoying that there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow, orange fire emblems for their right shoulder pad there, and so kind of have to buy more of them in order to fill out your squad, I suppose, which is kind of annoying. And that kind of leads me to my next thing, is that I really don't like how the new Space Marine decal sheet is meant for Ultramarines. It's quite annoying because, like I said, I played back in the early 2000s, and when you bought a tactical box, you got this really cool decal sheet that had, it did have its Ultramarines, but you have Dark Angels, and right here where this big spot is cut out, that would be for your Blood Angels. I gave those away. You have some for your Imperial Fist, your Crimson Fist, your Templars, your White Scars, your Salamanders. So, like, a lot of the major factions were represented here. Now, with my Howling Griffins, I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Yeah, probably not. It's kind of hard to check that one out, but there is a decal on his shoulder, and I picked these up from Chapter Customizer, and then you have these huge sheets of iconography you can pick up. So I got these for my Howling Griffins. They call them the Shouting Griffins, which is kind of funny. And they also picked up this squad identification, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah. So that's what I've been working on with my Howling Griffins, just adding more decals to their armor. And just kind of putting the finishing touches on them. My other idea is that I'm going to take this chaplain from the Indominus box set. I'm thinking about cutting off the skull and putting on the bit that has like the flame coming out of it, so I can make him look a bit more salamandery, I guess. pretty cool. Anyway, so that's it for me. I'll be checking in next Sunday. On to the Anvil of War.